grave digger, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Trouble starts in 96. You a shook one, re-easing on the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Jackson. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. He'll check it down to Geis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go,
They'll try and get it with Geis. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
How many times do we hear from coaches getting north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. A dump off to Elliott. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Gone! Detroit!
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson from the shotgun. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Geis with a carry on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Pierre-Louis coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Dumps it off for Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue.
On first down, this is Geis. He's to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now let's go.
He's going to get it running right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
You're not going anywhere, man. What are you doing? You can't get past me. Go home. That's right, baby. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hurry up. Here we go. Green.
Darnold from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And now here comes Kansas City. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'll be at the end today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to air it out for – it's caught at the 10. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Darnold taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions. It nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They'll hand it now to Geis, and he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the back, but a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Gun, 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 gun.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. To the right and complete to Galladay. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production means they don't want to be in third and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Blue 90!
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun!
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Leopard! Pass!
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They come out here in the eye. Geis, they'll try to run it. Oh, and now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Geis, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They have the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On second down, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Geis, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Again, here's Bernard. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Bernard. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down. That's Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Running with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, and the pressure gets to him again.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the home team here, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be, as they drop to 7-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.